I am frustrated. I'm frustrated with the distractions of the world. I'm frustrated that there is so many things taking away our sense of connection and purpose in this world, that it comes at the expense of our mental health. And the leading things causing this epidemic, so to speak, could be connected to all of the distractions that we are, I don't know why the word, emphatically, exuberantly, overwhelmingly thrown at over even short periods of time throughout each moment of every day, every single day. And the possibility to get distracted is like 1,000 to 1. Like, it's astronomical in a way that is so scary. And we're becoming so mentally unwell because of all of this. And I'm frustrated. I try time and time again on a daily basis, it seems now, to go into a space that is a productivity space and container. And the first stages of that, as far as where I'm at right now, tends to lean towards, okay, I need to do some research, find people that I resonate with, and connect to stories that help me grow. And the main ways we do that these days is we have to go online, or we have to at least find some sort of container or person or community that has these resources and that can provide us this resource that we're searching for. And I am not discrediting that there is the ease of use, that we have more, it's more of a, this is just where we've evolved, right? And to be on this, on one side or the other of saying, oh, this is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't think is really valid. I think where I'm at in this is somewhere in the liminal void space, that this is a harbinger of all of those things at once. And that's where the problem lies for me. The problem is we're in an era of technological super machine advancements, and that is helpful when it's helpful, and it's not when it's not. What I'm trying to say is I'm frustrated that the things that I need to get done in a day that do require me to search out resources, I feel I am struggling to go directly into something go directly into something and not only trying to be present for it, but finding that I'm having to even wade through so much junk, nonsense, crap, that even over time in these increments, I'm finding that I can't really I'm having a hard time blocking out these segments for just that. because every time I go into a second of my time that should be being used wisely, I'm distracted. And granted, I'm not necessarily distracted in maybe the ways in which it's like I'm watching like ridiculous stuff. It's not even that. Sometimes it is. I do find myself in that because I think let's branch off in this real quick. If I am, to be honest, I'm human, and I feel like breaking up the monotony of like finding yourself like on a screen all day, and you're trying to find this one thing, and not even just one thing, but you're dedicating effort to this thing, and you're kind of like making that one bubble in your head. I think the breaking up of the monotony of like something like ridiculous just for a minute eases a little bit of the burnout sensation. However, I think there are healthier methods than just staying behind a screen all day. Like, if I were to realize, which I've done so often lately, if I were to realize even just the amount of time I'm being drawn behind a screen, or I'm taking up in a screen, I feel an insistent need to throw my phone or my laptop or my now tablet at the wall and go outside. And that is helpful, yes. Also, really frustrating that I have to even do that, because it's when I'm in that state, it feels like my whole body and mind and my eyeballs are just ready to explode. And why is that? What the freak is that? Why? Like, what is going on here? And I feel like I think as a growing evolutionary human form in this day and age, we're all running into very similar issues, putting that very lightly. And we're coming up, I think, at an age where, an era in our time here on Earth, that we really need to pay attention to that. And interestingly enough, because we're heading into this Aquarian age, which isn't necessarily just technology, and I'm not saying that for that reason alone. However, it is putting us in a place of checking in with ourselves in accountability and in faith. And I would say also things that are coming to mind briefly, side notely, is just how we are able to respect ourselves in a human consciousness, worldly, universal consciousness, how we're helping ourselves, how we're helping the planet, and how we're serving in a grander, bigger way. And it feels challenging to be on this side of I keep using that term because I think it's just such a it just speaks to everything, which is just this side of evolution. And I have the highest hopes that we as a human race, collective race, can figure out a better relationship with this, so that the continued expansion in mental health can be, I don't feel like, if I'm speaking honestly too, can ultimately be fully resolved, because I think it's just a part of our experience to go through certain lessons until, like, I believe in unity consciousness, so eventually we'll get to a place, definitely not in the next couple of lifetimes, but we'll get to a place that it will become less rigid and less cyclical and less necessary. But there will always be different varying vibrational frequencies that are necessary for our evolution. So, in saying that, I think the frustration I'm having comes with a community, in the terms of I know I'm not the only one just wanting to voice my opinion right now, because I found myself getting super frustrated. And of course, I'm recording this behind a screen because that's what we need to do in order to share our messages to a greater audience these days, and that is important. One thing, maybe for a different video, speaking more to our collective throat chakra, energy center, focal center, is just super important. So all that again to say that my hopes is just to continue the conversation, and wherever that leads others or myself, this is just one voice sharing an opinion, some thoughts, some rambles, some tangents, and let's talk about it. All right. So anyway, that is this for today. Thank you for listening if you've listened this far, and I will talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.